back. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
And here is the best part. You have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Well, welcome back to Boomer Life here on CIL 650. I just wish we'd had the mics on with our guests here who just launched into that song just as soon as the first note hit the airwaves. Olive Farah and Perry Cootie are members, are residents at ShannonOaks in Vancouver, and Jillian Fullerton is with us from ShannonOaks. But that was pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Our producer,
they
Art
were
Factora,
swinging.
rolled out that song, and boy, the two of them just burst into song. We're talking.
Well, they're young at heart.
Well, they obviously are, no question about it. And big smiles and lots of volume, too, with that. Very well done. We're talking, of course, about seniors' retirement living and some of the myths associated with that and this whole just very antique notion that, regrettably, a lot of people still have when it comes to seniors' retirement living. You still hear people talking about old folks' homes.
Yes.
And, that's because they don't know any better.
Well, we are elderly.
Well, I get that part.
Yeah.
I get that part. But the two of you are a pretty dynamic duo, I must say. And there's plenty of life left in the two of you. It's not a...
Absolutely.
But you see, the old folks' home is just so wrong because of the negative implications of that.
Yes.
It's a place where you go and you get put away and you're never heard from again.
I want to die.
Exactly.
Oh,
But that's the notion that was out there 30, 40, 50 years ago.
And today.
And unfortunately, in many minds,
Yeah.
today, that impression still remains. And that's why it's so good to be able to do shows like this, especially with the two of you who live there and who are the antithesis of that old folks' home resident thing. You're exactly the opposite to what anyone would imagine.
Fight it to the end.
I was just going to say, you have been anything but been put away.
Yeah.
And it's the seniors that usually have that image.
Yes.
The younger folk, the adult children don't have it as much. They're a little bit, but the seniors have that image. It's an old folk home. You're sending me there to die.
Right.
And we fight that.
Yeah.
We fight that. And ShannonOaks, if they step foot in it, you'll see that it's anything but that. I look at it as when you come to a retirement community like ShannonOaks, it's a new chapter in your life.
Absolutely.
It's like when you get married. It's like when you have babies. It's a new chapter. It's an opening up. Like you two who met there and now have just a blossoming friendship.
Yeah. We have a good time.
And we are not alike, really. There's many things. No, there's many things that we don't argue about it. We respect each other.
Right.
Yes.
I think this is the secret.
Yeah.
Some of us are a little more chatty than others.
And you would miss me, would you?
Yes, I would.
Well put, Perry. Well done. But the energy, the obvious enjoyment of life that you two are demonstrating. Again, Jillian, it is so not an old folks' home that these two women live at.
No,
and it's the seniors themselves who, as Jillian accurately points out, they're more likely to have this old draconian image of the old folks' home than your children or certainly your grandchildren, because they're a little more aware. But it's only been in the last 10 or 20 years, Jillian, that seniors' community living has really come into its own across Canada.
That's true.
So it's quite recent, comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
So we have to break that image.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
And if you're not driving any longer, I still drive myself, but if you're not driving any longer, there's a bus that'll take you to Oak Ridge. It'll take you to Brentwood. We go on outings. Picnics. It's just
go to movies.
That's right.
Oh yes, if there's a good movie that we want to see at the Cineplex or what have you,
right?
As long as we're 10, is that right?
At least,
At least
they
10
won't. Yeah,
the bus.
Most of the time we fill the bus whenever we.
Well, we say you have to be 10, but as Olive says, we fill the bus.
Right.
And we go out for dinner.
They take us to the movies, and babysit us and pay for us. Well, we pay for the movie.
Of course.
We go to the matinee, and it's a good price.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yes, but for the good price, we have to suffer through all the You know?
the trailers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. And the commercials
That's
now.
all
Commercials
right.
in movie
That's
theaters.
okay. That's okay. And then and take us home, and we get a bag lunch, and away we go.
Right.
All of us, a whole busload.
Yeah.
And again, this is the kind of choice. This is about options and choices, and this, I think, is at the foot of this myth about old folks' homes. And this whole man, I was talking earlier about the myth being that they micromanage every waking minute of every day. You don't have a single second to yourself, and they tell you what to do.
Not true.
And it's all about choices. At ShannonOaks, it's exactly the opposite. Perry said earlier, I don't get to do everything because there's too much. And isn't that a nice problem to have?
The activities are just too many.
Yeah.
I mean, too many. I'm not saying it's too many. I mean, there are so many there that you have to make your choices.
Sure, but isn't it nice to have have all those options?
Yes.
And if you're having a kind of a blue day and you don't feel like doing much, you can just put up your feet and read a book. Can't
I'll
you?
have a vodka and a 7-Up.
The Baptist housing.
Well, it's what people do, and again, it's your life, your cards to deal. Off you go, right?
That's right. I can also go down into the kitchen, and if I
bake.
feel like baking, and being Italian, I'll make a batch of biscotti.
Oh, okay.
Once in a while, I'll share them with the help there.
The
but
fragrance when she's cooking is unbelievable.
Smells.
But we have a big country kitchen that it's basically stocked, and she can go in. She brings her special ingredients. But go in there just and cook up a storm.
So the beauty of that, I would think, really, Olive, is the fact that you go and you do the baking and the preparation of your treats for your family and your friends when you feel like it. And if you don't feel like it, you go and have a nice meal in the dining room.
That's right.
But your baking basically is for your immediate family, and fortunately, I get a few nibbles.
Select friends.
I made bread the other day.
Oh yeah, I got
samples.
Samples. I get samples all the time. Being a friend of Olive's, I get all the samples.
Well, it's just, we knew there was message in your madness here, Perry. So talk to us a little bit about Christmas time. Now, you've both been there for a number of years and clearly enjoy the Christmas ambiance at ShannonOaks, and the decorating team just goes right to the moon.
Sharon leads it.
Sharon is just unbelievable.
Our activity
She's
team
got
are wonderful, aren't
taste
they?
like I don't know where
she's got the joy of Christmas in her too, and she just spreads it everywhere. And when you walk into ShannonOaks, you feel it
for whatever
the
occasion.
Dinner is beautiful that they prepare for you,
and it's plated. You know, they give you a choice of two selections.
Okay,
and they put the menu up, and then you make a choice of what you want to eat, and then you'll get it plated. And it's beautiful, and the decorations and everything are beautiful for different
And if you
occasions.
don't like the lobster, Sean will eat it for you too.
Lobster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Gee, what does a guy got to do to get an invitation to this little feast?
Sorry,
some grandchildren would like to move in.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and so the Christmas spirit is very prevalent through the entire complex. Everybody gets into the and again, that just it's such a warm feeling. I think that's the thing that you notice most, no matter what time of year you go, whether it's Christmas time or some other occasion like the carnival a few months ago, and everybody's all into it and decorated up. But even if I just went on a typical weekday when there wasn't any special event going on, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was, you walk in and it's welcoming and it's warm. People smile at you.
Yeah.
It's friendly. There's, it's really, it warms you up just to walk into the place.
You can't come in if you're not smiling. We don't let you in.
That's a nice rule to have to deal with, Olive. I didn't realize you had the smile police.
Absolutely.
Olive takes people under her wing too. We have obviously everybody's not as outgoing
Right.
as Olive and Perry.
I was going to ask you about
when
that.
when they're new people too.
Olive and Perry, they just sort of embrace people. Olive especially will take a person and just nurture them along, which is just wonderful.
I'm trying to see. I'm glad you opened that door because I'm trying to think. Not everybody is as extroverted as you.
No.
I'm thinking of my mom, for example, who's a very social person, but she's kind of shy. And she takes her time sort of coming out of her shell and getting to know people. And once that happens, she's fine. She'll play cards and do all that. But she's just kind of on the quiet side until she develops a comfort level where she can sort of open up a little bit. And I don't imagine that's too unusual. So the dynamic duo here, when you spot a newcomer coming into the community, do you take it upon yourselves to sort of go over there?
I introduce myself.
Yeah.
Find a little bit about her.
Right.
Yeah.
I find out that she
Or him.
belongs to the same church. So I take her to church. She was only there a few days, and I found out she belongs to the same church.
Yes,
Cecile.
Cecile.
Okay.
Yeah, I take her to church.
Yeah.
I also I'm what you call the delivery person for ShannonOaks. I make trips to the depot. And we're recycle depot.
Oh, okay, because you're still driving, right? So
And I
everybody's good friend on recycling day, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my job. That's one of the things I do too. I
the
love
library?
that. I
The
love that.
library?
The
And-
library.
Well, she's our resident librarian,
Yeah.
too.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Olive and I first met in the library
Yeah.
at ShannonOaks.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're still driving. Is parking spot, that's part of the package too
That's
then?
part of the package.
No,
Okay.
it's $25 extra a month. So parking costs $25.
25 whole dollars
Yeah,
for parking
I paid
for
that
a whole month in
downtown.
Vancouver?
I paid that downtown.
$25
a
to get you
day.
an hour downtown in
Well,
some spots.
yeah, I
25
know.
bucks a month is nothing.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break here. We'll come back. Our guests from ShannonOaks are Olive Farah and Perry Cootie, and also joining us from the team at ShannonOaks is Jillian Fullerton. This is Boomer Life on CIL 650 with lots more to come. Stay with us.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CIL 650.